Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Hangout. I'm your host, Tom George, and I've just got back from a short 3-day climbing trip at the Grampians. Short, but still enough time to fall a little bit more in love with that place. Nothing really compares to the drive where you get like the first glimpse of that 40-kilometer stretch of range and you start to see all the rocks undulating and it's just like takes over the skyline horizon. It's so magical. Just being there is so nice. I love the Grampians so much. Went out there, took on a bit of a mentoring role, which was super fun for me as well. Taking out a first timer, someone who'd never climbed sport, and someone who had climbed but not out on rock in a while. And it was awesome. I want to thank those guys so much. Guys from work, Eamon, Balin, Nathan, if you're listening, you said you would. You said, Tom, you've earned a listen at this trip. So, Nath, hope you're listening. But yeah, absolutely phenomenal trip. They were my spotters on day one, sent Copperhead, which was so sick. We had a little pad angel float in as well, just as we were like kind of debating whether to pack up or not. And he threw down 2 more pads and started trying it as well. So, Nikolai, I believe his name was. Thank you for the 2 pads, which gave me the confidence to get the jump and send Copperhead. And then we also, even just being out next day at Lower Tribute, getting them more confident on a rock and jumping on sport climbs and teaching them how to clean a route. Super proud of everyone and what they did out there. So I want to thank them for trusting me to teach them, trusting myself to do it, I guess, as well. But just 3 days out there, it just changes so much. I haven't stopped thinking about touching rock. Love it. And then standing at trackside, just trying sick nutter. And then someone just taking a huge whip on 7th pillar, left variant on Taipan. We caught it on camera. You hear him screaming. It's so funny. Yeah, it was so nice. I want to go back out there. We had perfect weather for it as well. 3 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of primo weather. Yeah. Soon, we'll be back out there. But today, my guest is Sam Juncker. Sam has been in the climbing industry, climbing world in Australia for close to 15 years. He started off setting. He moved his way, so he's been in kind of every career path in climbing at the moment. He does a bit of film work now. He's set, and he's built climbing gyms and built home walls, and he's done it all and trying to build a life of longevity in climbing in Australia, and he's done it. So shows us the way, and he is inspiring to listen to as well. If you notice the art that I talked about in Hangout, Hang Times episode, he created Flash Pumped, the Elytra art piece of art. So he's an artist and he expresses that in his setting and I think in all of his life as well. He's a very quirky dude and I love picking his brain about climbing because he's had so many stories about it all. And we go into him achieving his kind of one singular dream in rock climbing. So kick back, enjoy this episode. It is a fun one. I love doing this. Love you all for listening. And I hope you all enjoy episode 18 of The Hangout with Sam Juncker.
Basically, rock climbing became a way of life.
Sounds great.
Is it nice to hear your voice?
Oh, it's lovely to hear my voice. I love the sound of my own voice.
I feel like I'm already over my voice, but it's all right. We've got hopefully we've got years of this to go.
You're already burnt out.
Yeah. Haven't released and we're already burnt out. No, I'm going for longevity in this game. And that's probably a great place to start, I think, as well, is longevity in the game. Because you've given a few topics of what we want to talk about or what you want to bring up. And they're so varied and wide ranged and everything like that as well, but all based in climbing and where climbing's come from. And from reading all the things and the topics that you've brought up, it's coming from a place of you've been in the scene a long time, and you have so much experience, not just in the actual like act of climbing, but so much around it as well.
Apparently so, yeah.
Apparently so, yeah.
Don't know how that happened, but here I am.
Tell me how that's happened. Like, where did it all start? Just whether it was actually climbing on the rock, like the actual climbing stuff, and then how you got into it for work and passion, and then how it grew to what it is now for yourself.
So I've got a pretty good origin story with that, and one that I hope more people experience, where for my 16th birthday, my mum's friend told my mum, hey, I think Sam would like rock climbing. But, do that for, like, give him a day guided tour in the Grampians, like a one day in a group setting, going climbing. So I did that. And within the first 5 minutes, I was like, well, my life has permanently changed forever.
Totally.
And yeah, best day ever. Got home, looked up rock climbing in Melbourne, learned that climbing gyms existed because I was 16 at the time, and I literally didn't even know climbing was a thing until I did that birthday thing.
Mm-hmm. What year was this, roughly?
This was 2011.
Sick.
So roughly mid 2011.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, actually, no, my birthday is in March. So technically the first time I climbed was March 2011. So yeah, then started going to the closest gym to us, which was Cliffhanger at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently I was so much of a regular and so annoying, and I asked so many questions that they literally called my mum and said, hey, Sam's really enthusiastic. Does he want a job? And I'd never had a job before because I was 16.
Yeah.
And my mum was like, yes, please, get him out of the house. So they literally offered me a job just as a desk staff, checking people in, checking the floor, that kind of stuff. Yeah, times were different back then. Like, I don't think you can be 16 and do that today. I'm not totally sure on that, but it might have been a bit sketchy. I don't know.
Under the table work.
Yeah. And like, the pay was shit, but I was 16 and who cares?
In the climbing scene. Probably.
Yeah. And so, they just gave me a job, and then the setting came pretty quickly after that because when I was on shift one day, I saw the setters. Again, didn't even know that existed. Saw what they were doing and was like, that looks pretty cool. So I just asked the head setter, like, hey, can I like try doing this one day? And he's like, yeah, like next time we do a boulder set, come in and just set a problem. So I did. And that one problem I set, he's like, this is perfect. Didn't need to change a single thing. Do you want to be a route setter? Like if you want, you can continue coming back and we'll actually pay you next time and you can set routes. So I came back next time, set an actual route, like a lead route. Again, he was like, this is flawless. This makes me sound so arrogant. I'm not trying to sound arrogant. But he was like, yeah, this is great. Like your brain just gets the movement and the... Yeah. I don't know, like you just get it. Like he could see that I understood it, and then just snowballed from there. Started setting as regularly as I could, which wasn't that regularly back then because, like the gym was, I don't want to say the gym was dying, but business wasn't flourishing back then. Like climbing hadn't started. Climbing wasn't even a sport technically in Australia until like 2016 or something like that. So I was lucky enough to get into it before the climbing boom. And now there's like 30 gyms in Melbourne or something like that, and there was like 5 when I started. So so set Cliffhanger for a little bit, and was climbing as regularly as I could because I just got absolutely hooked on it. And going back to that good origin story, when I started working at the gym at 16, the older staff at the gym just really liked my enthusiasm, and they were like, hey, you want to come to a raps over on Easter? And I was like, I don't know what that is. Yeah, Mom, can I go to a rap, please?
Yeah. And
they took me out and then had an amazing first second outdoor experience technically, but first like real climbing experience.
True experience.
Wow. We did Eskimo Nell.
Sick.
Trapeze. I think what is that? Trapeze on Castle Crag. Anyway, did some like easy stuff, and it was just amazing. And I had these like great group of older adults, they were like 10, 15 years older than me.
All from the gym itself?
Yeah, they were all either staff or like the regulars that were there all the time, and they became my closest friends. And yeah, we climbed all the time, and yeah, I feel like they gave me the healthiest introduction to climbing and taught me the best like mental approach. And like, it's not about being the best. It's not a competitive sport. Sort of is now in a way, but like my personal perspective on climbing is it's a very self-driven thing, and like, I'm no better than you, you're no better than me. It goes with everyone. Obviously there's competitions and etc., which is, you know, different. But for like the true rock climbing, I find it to be so beautiful because it's just so like equal across the board. And like, I'm just as psyched for this new person to climb their first 7 as someone climbing punks.
Totally.
Like, that's the magic of climbing.
Yeah. They can both pull the same, like, they can come back to you with almost the same experience and story. Like the amount of like relatability between the both of them, even though one, you know, was once the hardest climb in the world, and one is just something maybe that you've just set in the gym, but the experience for them is like they've gone through the process and they've just like, had this magical epiphany, and you're just like, that'll keep coming if you keep climbing for 30 years as well. Like, the magic's there.
And like, I go out of my way to try and give like younger people that same experience, because I feel so grateful that I got given that when I was young.
Yep.
So I've taken a heap of like noobs out over the years, and it's so fun. It's so goddamn fun. Like watching them like learn how to clean a sport route.
Yep.
Which can be a bit daunting, like
totally.
To be fair, because you know, you're up at height and it's like, wait, I untie, but the ground is 15 meters.
Yeah,
like
I'm supposed to stay on the road.
Yeah, like what's going on here? Like going through that with them safely, because I'm a huge nerd with safety.
Cool.
It's so rewarding, like teaching and like exposing the healthy aspects of climbing to others. I will be doing to the day I die.
I think that's what like beginners fully don't understand as well. Like when I've taken people out, like my partner or something like that, or I think I've taken 2 people outdoors for their first time, and they're all like, they get self-conscious, like, oh no, I don't want to take up your time, I don't want to do this. And you're like, I enjoy this so much. Like it's not just the act of me climbing is what I enjoy. I love watching you go through your process. I love like teaching and getting the people out there. And then when they come back down and like they like, you've most likely been where they've been if they've come down scared, and you can talk them through that process. And they're like, oh my God, I'm so scared. Like it happens. Like we all get it. Like I still feel it, you know? Yeah. We all still feel that fear, but like the act of going through it and facing it and everything like that. It's so fun to have them in the experience that you've been in, can kind of mentor them in a way and like teach them to be comfortable in the space as well, which is it's so nice. It's such a nice experience.
Again, to use the word rewarding.
Totally.
It's so rewarding.
Yep.
Yeah, love it.
Love it.
Absolutely fucking love it.
So you've been in the scene since 2011. Is that 14 years then? 14 years. Well, I guess 15.
So
where are we?
First time I ever touched rock was March 2011. By the time Cliffhanger called me begging me to join them because I was too annoying and wouldn't stop asking questions, that was like the middle of winter of the same year, so June, July. So middle of 2011. And I have only ever had one job outside of the climbing industry since. I've either worked in many different gyms, doing all sorts of shit. Now building gyms is my latest thing. So yeah, I said I had one other job outside the climbing industry. That was a height safety type rope access kind of thing.
There's an offshoot association.
Yeah, it's like still related.
Yeah.
But I was still setting occasionally whilst I was doing that, because I told my new boss at the rope access company, I was like, look, I need to set once a fortnight, or or I won't do the job, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I was still setting through that period. So yeah, I guess that would mean I haven't left the industry since mid 2011.
Cool.
Which was that 15
now 2026.
Yeah, wow. That is surreal.
Yeah. That's cool, man. Like, it's to have that longevity in the sport. I think it shows people that there is the ability to, like, if you want to be in climbing in Australia, like Exhibit A is you can do it, you know, like you can work in the industry. There's so many different avenues and you've taken so many different avenues as
And
well.
especially now that climbing is a real sport. Like
It's in its second boom.
Its second boom? Oh, I guess the Olympics being the second boom.
Yeah, I find like, not necessarily, I think the Olympics is part of the second boom, but the pre-boom, which was just like the rise of the old school, older generation, everything like that, when it first took off, where it was like Valley Uprising days and just like the old guards. And now it's in like that, I guess, new guard Olympic phase and everything like that, which is, it's going to go through a second boom, which I think is a bigger jump at the moment.
And once Brisbane Olympics happens, it's gonna get even bigger.
What year's Brisbane? Is that after LA or is it one after that?
It's 2032, so
one after.
One after LA. Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah, it's 2028.
Yeah, so it's not that far away.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, and so that's gonna be like I don't know how that's going to affect the industry in Australia, but it's going to affect the industry in Australia.
100%. Yeah.
So to get into the industry, however you want to do that through the various avenues, like it's a good time to now, because there's so many gyms popping up. There's so much work to do. Having said that, the industry itself is still very young and has teething issues like across the board. Like it's still a small sport. There's still very little money in it. We've only just started getting government grants in the past like 5-6 years or so. So I think it was 2016 or 2018 where climbing was recognized as a sport in Australia, not a recreational activity.
Right.
Which then qualified it for government funding.
Right. That's where it can go into AIS and everything like that as well.
And like they'll give athletes money to go to World Cups and stuff. So imagine a sport being like less than 10 years old. That's odd.
Totally. Yeah.
It's like, that is actually quite odd.
Yeah. It feels so fresh, you know?
Yeah.
And maybe not for you. Like you've seen
the
it's
trajectory. Not fresh for me.
Yeah.
Like it's, I can see how that, it's still fresh.
It's probably the time to ask the question of like, from like the exponential growth that it's taken from 2011 to here in terms of gym growth, also setting growth as well. Like the setting would be insane now, especially with like comp setting. Where do you see it going? Like if you add another 15 years on or so?
That is a great question. Because I think that's going to be really hard to answer because climbing's only just hit the Olympics. And, the Olympics are about to be in Australia soon. And I truly don't know what that's going to do to the industry. Like, will it really explode? And there'll be 5 lead gyms in every city.
Sick.
I don't know.
Imagine.
Like, it's too. I think it's too early for me to accurately answer that question. I'd be really guessing.
I mean, it's not really. It would be. It's all speculation, right? But
well, okay, so I can answer it like this. So when I started in industry 15 years ago now, you familiar with what rad walls are? So that is basically like the hard rock walls where it's like the concrete render.
Yep.
So that used to be...
Bayside still have them as well.
Yeah, there's still a few around.
Totally.
That was like the first, like you were saying earlier, like the first boom. Because, I don't know, back then they thought, we'll make indoor rock climbing gyms. We'll make it look like rock.
Yep.
That's just a totally dead train of thought now, and everyone avoids that. This can get really deep, and because that affects so many things within the setting world. To give an example, so the concrete render walls like Hard Rock, the ones in Geelong, I don't know however many are even left anymore, because the concrete is like a wavy, like the walls aren't perfectly flat like plywood walls in every gym are now.
Yep.
That means that the climbing holds, they were all very small.
Yep.
Because if you have a hold, like a macro fiberglass volume that's a meter wide, for one, you can't screw into concrete. So no holds could have screws, like set screws. So a hold like this.
Even just anti-rotations and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, so every single hold was just like one bolt, and because of the wavy nature of the walls, the holes couldn't really be bigger than I don't know, a small dinner plate.
Yep. There's not a lot of flat sections.
Yeah, and that constraint severely, I don't want to say stunted, but that constraint really forced like creative ways to set good routes. Yeah, and now like you walk into Open Client Blackburn and the smallest hole you'll see on the wall is 0.5 meter wide, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
and on that wall they've got screw jibs on. Like,
exactly.
Wild.
So because all the gyms are now made like, you know, of plywood and everything's a flat angle, like that's changed the hold manufacturing industry dramatically. Like, you know, the people at home, like look up like IFSC World Cup from 2005 and look at the holds that they have on those finals routes.
Yep.
And they're all like no bigger than a crimp.
Just crimp tests.
And in a World Cup now, it's like the holds the size of this freaking table.
Yeah, for sure.
So I've witnessed that transition going from like the average, well, the wavy concrete walls now into the plywood walls with big holds. Like that is a huge change. That has completely changed route setting, like route setting style, because you have like almost an infinitely more options to set now. Like another great example is volumes. Like volumes are what most people would probably consider volumes to be a very normal thing in a climbing gym.
Yeah.
They're like 10 years old.
Right.
In Australia, this is.
Yeah.
Like, because you can't screw a big wooden volume onto a concrete wall. There's ways around it, but it's extremely difficult and like not worth the effort. Whereas now, you know, for a set day in a boulder gym, you'll be taking off 10 volumes, putting on 15 volumes. Like it's just part of it.
And it's crazy how like those, if people are picturing those concrete walls, like they kind of, I still like climbing on them because you can get almost quite 3D on it. But now the modern climbing style, like with volumes, it like you can get more 3D with the volumes and how you set it rather than like what their intention was with that, which is, I think, it's super unique.
Yeah.
You know?
So
you can get, fat toothers and get like ultra, you know, very limestone in your body climbing.
I actually specifically remember the first time we added wooden volumes to the roof at Hard Rock Nunawading. And we had one of the French national setters come over to help reset the roof because it was a huge job. And it was the first time that I climbed indoors in a 3-dimensional fashion. Yeah. Because when you're climbing on a flat wall with just holds, it's not 2D, but think abstractly, it's like 2D climbing. But as soon as you add that third dimensions,
totally,
like that
holds come behind your head almost.
Yeah, like it literally changes how you climb, which changes how you need
knee
to
bars
set
come into
the
play.
routes. Yeah, like it forces you to change or to think about how you're setting. Like this can go. I can rabbit hole down this for days.
Yeah, you've been in the game, you know it.
Like the point being, like the volumes were a game changer. I'm so glad that the industry's progressed to the point where this is a thing, because like good boulders that you see on like World Cups, they're fucking amazing.
Totally.
They're so cool. And if you're ever lucky enough to see them in person, like go to a World Cup, which I guess we'll have the Olympics in Australia in a few years.
I'm going.
So, yeah, I'm going to do my best to go.
100%, yeah.
Yeah, it's just so amazing. And yeah, so that has like, obviously, I think I already said that, but that's dramatically changed the setting scene, the whole manufacturing scene, et cetera, et cetera.
I wonder then, have you heard reports of the new MoonBoard coming out this year?
Fuck, already? No.
Yeah. So
Wait, what? But 24 just came out.
And whole new dimensionality to it as well.
I've got a full set of MoonBoard 24 holds in my living room right now. Should I return those?
Put it on the 26. Yeah, I was listening to Test Piece yesterday and they were talking about it. And Ben's put in like a wave in it. It's not just a straight training board. He's put in...
Interesting.
From what I'm picturing, it's not like a 0 degree going to 60 degree. they've got like 2 angles in it. So it's like rolling out from 30 degree and into 45 sort of thing, which is like, I wonder if Ben's trying to like almost bring back, like rather than just like that square board climbing, like bring in some form of like the old school, like that concrete style, like, because you can't, not on boards really anyway, but I would picture you can't really put too many bigger holds. If there is like a rolling wave, that would almost like restrict what they're being able to set on that as well. It's like he's trying to push the direction.
Yeah. Without seeing what you've just described, I can imagine that quite well.
Mm-hmm.
I presume that would be like a sheet of ply, like one angle at say 30, and I doubt there'll be a curve at all. It'll just be a 5 degree change or
Drop
a 10
off.
degree, so from like 30 to 40 or 30 to 50 or whatever it is.
Yeah,
that is a fucking brilliant idea.
It's cool, huh?
And why have they not done that sooner? Because that will. Okay, this can go both ways. That will restrict setting, but that will also open up setting for more variety.
Yeah, it almost goes. I wonder if that. I mean, it all translates outdoors if you depending on the route that you're climbing. But yeah, I don't know. It does change the whole thing. Like it's just a new dimension on a board, on an indoor board, which is so cool to climb on.
Yeah,
like, it's just cool to feel.
Well, if you think about like to go from like route setting, like route setting theory basics, like having a perfectly
Please
flat.
give me the theory basics.
I'm just making it up at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's
if
okay,
you
the
have
theory.
like a completely flat wall, whatever angle it is, you can put volumes on that to create more angles.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have a wall like this new MoonBoard where it's going to be 2 angles, that's a set. You've like limited the amount of options you can do because you're always going to have a 30 degree into a 40 degree.
Yeah.
There will never not be that transition, I guess. Volumes will obviously go. I don't know if they'll put volumes on a MoonBoard, but you can still do that. But in general, which actually, this is also why, like I got 2 different things I'm trying to think of right now. I'll start with one. Fuck, I've lost my train of thought.
You're going into the MoonBoard.
Going into the MoonBoard. Oh yeah. So the route setting basics thing. So generally the less angles you have in a climbing gym is better for route setting. Long story short.
Oh, interesting.
So, like, I'm not going to name gyms, but imagine a gym that doesn't have to be like super old, but where there's like angle changes like everywhere. There's like, panel here, panel here, panel here, panel here, like almost too many angle changes. That's really, really restrictive for route setting.
Right.
That makes it very hard to consistently create good routes. A good example would be if you look at a modern World Cup wall, pretty much any of them around the world, they're mostly like a slab or like an overhang with one angle change or an arete with, there's very few angle changes.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So that is like pretty much the gold standard for maximizing creativity.
So why would gyms, like if they get Walltopia in or something like that, why do gyms try and maximize like the angles when you walk into gyms and you see they're kind of peeling off everywhere and trying to get like big? Is that for almost like an engagement for clientele and everything more so? Because it's like, rather than just having one almost long wall in a gym that fluctuates 2 or 3 times, someone can walk into a gym and be like, whoa, look at this. There's like a mini roof. There's like all this kind of things happening as well.
Yeah, that's complicated to answer because it's a relatively new transition going from like I'm talking new like 5 to 8 years new, where gyms were built like with plywood with lots of these angle changes. But again, I'm not going to name gyms, but like the latest gym or the latest gyms that are around at the moment will have probably the least amount of angle changes.
Yeah, okay.
Because like either gym owners have clued on or the general climbing community, route setting community have all agreed that minimizing angle changes opens up creativity, and
Uh-huh.
you will have a better end product for the customer.
Yep.
Like your setters will be happier.
Yep.
Like there's many reasons. What was that first thing you said again? You asked why. Oh yeah, so why those like multiple angle changer walls were built in the first place? My personal theory, I've never said this before. I think that is just a product of the evolution of the climbing gym itself.
Right.
So we've gone from these old school concrete walls to plywood's better.
Yeah.
Let's
We
use
can do
that.
angles. Let's put angles
let's
in.
put a shitload of angles in.
Yeah.
And then we've realized, but for the setting, it's not very good. So now we're minimizing the angles, keeping the plywood. And it's probably not going to change too much from there.
So it's the holds that are, if you were to speculate then, like what's going to change in the future, it's just like the whole development. Like we've seen
whole
you know,
development.
no techs come in with like all
Exactly.
this sort of stuff. So it's like whole development is where. That's where
whole
the game's going to change, I guess.
volumes. I see people experimenting with insets again.
Oh yeah.
If you
So to like you can drop in with pockets better and stuff like this.
yeah. So for those that don't know, an inset is like an outdated, like kind of hold, where it's like literally a hole in the wall that you can change the shape of that hole. So you'll like pull out, the pocket and put a new pocket in of a different shape. So like a 2-finger pocket, you'll make it a 3-finger pocket.
And that's cut, like that's a segment of the ply of the wall that's cut out and they're replacing that ply, or it's like
it's like literally a disc that's cut into the plywood, and then you just take that disc out, like it's just held in with screws.
Yep.
So that is outdated because once you have that disc there, that's there forever. You can't like move it to the side.
Yep.
Whereas if you had just a hold that was a pocket, you could.
Yeah.
So a lot of the, like, I don't even think there's a single gym around anymore that has insets, at least in Melbourne. There could be, I'm not sure. But yeah, like that was a trend as well for holds until they realized that it's extremely restrictive and like,
totally.
Like you build a gym, you have a shitload of insets, you can't ever change that. Whereas that lesson was learnt and now they don't do that anymore. But going back, I've seen online that people are experimenting with like huge insets, like think 2 meters wide, like a 2 meter wide disc. And, they could take that out and put in a new one. So it's like a fully new profile on the wall.
Interesting.
I've only seen a couple of examples and I can't even remember where they were, but that might kick on. I don't think it will because it's still restrictive to everything. It means that space has to be an inset.
Yep.
Whereas again, volumes are just the better version.
Yep.
So I don't think volumes are going to really, apart from like new designs, but there's only so many ways you can make
you can only make them so big.
Yeah, and new volume designers are coming out all the time. But yeah, it's like there's only so many ways you can make a pyramid or whatever shape. And they're definitely getting better at it. And like the texture they're using for volumes is definitely getting better and better, which is awesome. Because historically it's been hit and miss.
Right. And
it also depends on like where they're being manufactured, what company they are. Like there's so many variables with holds and manufacturing them. Like you can get a certain brand of a hold made or poured, like physically made in Europe. You can get that exact same hold made in China. China? Yeah, China. Like legally, like not like bootlegged.
Yep.
But because they're two different companies with different like quality control, they will be a different product, and the texture won't be as good on one of them.
Yep. One's tried and true, and the other one's just like put texture on, see what happens.
Yeah, and there's been a few brands where, like I'll climb in the gym and I'm like, I know where this hold came from.
Right. As soon as you touch it.
Yeah, because like just because I'm a freaking nerd for it, I can feel that fine grain texture, and I'm like, I know where this was made.
You're like a sommelier of texture of holds.
Unintentionally,
yeah. So there's a few more things that I want to go into with root setting, because it was a I like to do research for these, but with you, like I try to find your crag profile. I couldn't really find that. So it's like understanding your climbing I couldn't really get into, which I think I'd like to know more about anyway. But like it's big on the route setting for you. I think first, what is the big thing that draws you to the route setting? And then I have like a follow-up question, which is the one thing that I found online, which is I can't wait to get into.
Yeah. Firstly, I am not like on social media much, and I just don't participate. I used to like I don't know, when Instagram first came out, like everyone had it, but I guess I'm just more a private person, so Googling my name is probably fuck all, it'll come up.
There's stuff, but it's not a lot.
Yeah. Actually, I haven't Googled my name for a lot, many years now. Yeah. Anyway, but
Let's do it now.
Point being, like, I wouldn't be surprised if there's not much information about me online, and that's just by choice, I guess.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was that first question?
What is it that draws you, or like what is it about the route setting that you really enjoy and love and have been able to keep on doing?
Yes. All right. This is the good shit.
Well,
as you can see around me, I might be an artist, perhaps, which sounds odd to say, but I like creating things.
Yeah.
Always have. So when I started climbing and realized that route setting was a thing, that was like, oh my God, I can use my creative brain, which is like half my brain. The other half is empty.
At least you got half.
At least I got half. It's better than none. And I'm also extremely interested in, I don't know how to say this, but like the art of movement.
That's perfectly said.
Like I love dancing.
Totally.
Like for instance, not really any particular style. Like I swing dance occasionally, but it's a bit too structured.
Right.
I like to be more abstract.
Yeah. Just let the body move.
Yeah. And you know, if you think about it, climbing is very similar to dancing. Like, you know, like when you watch a really, really good climber and they're just like flowing up the wall, it looks like they're dancing. I'm drawn to route setting because I can use my creative brain to create a dance sequence, to put it like that. Yeah. So I can choreograph a dance, we'll just keep it that, on the wall. And like, obviously love the climbing aspects, the physicality, like the workout, blah, blah, blah. But the fact that I can like choreograph a dance on a wall and other people can all enjoy that and they'll all do it differently. They'll all have different beta. Like I'll have the sequence that I've set, but you know, everyone does something slightly differently. They'll back flag 5 degrees more than the other person, or you know, height differences change. But yeah, that's what makes me love setting. Does that answer that?
Beautifully said.
I think so.
I think beautifully said. Yeah, it's like that's such a big draw to climbing for me, is the active movement and like the dance that it does become. Like there's, for me, the peak experience of climbing is red pointing. Maybe not, but like just like maybe it is my peak experience, is red pointing a route so much that everything just gets so dialed. So then when you are doing the route, you're not thinking about the movement anymore.
Flow state.
It's just pure flow state. So you can control, what you need to think about is absolutely nothing, because you're just in your breath and you're just focusing on that and the body's doing its thing. And it's like that feeling is the nicest. Once everything's like, you're working hard, but you're like, movement is effortless.
I still dream about those experiences of what you just described from like years back. Like when I've been in flow state on a project, I literally still dream about that because it's it's like the pinnacle of climbing.
Totally.
Is that, flow state.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm also big on the whole flow state thing, and not quite meditation, but mindset with climbing is also a huge, huge thing.
Yep.
Especially with outdoors. But we've moved away from the route setting topic from that.
That's okay. The question to bring it back is, you obviously took it up, found your creativity, found the choreography, and got good at it. And the one thing that I found online was you were invited to the 2022 IFSC World Cup in Innsbruck to set for the para competition.
Yes.
What was that like? First, the feeling of like, that's like that's like a root set is making it, is getting a call up from the IFSC.
Well, yeah, you just described it.
My apologies. Next question.
Like, so to describe my reaction, actually, no, this will be better put. So, yeah, I had a setting resume for a few years because that's just what you do. I had forgotten that I'd written on that resume that my biggest goal in my setting career was to set for a World Cup. I'd totally forgotten about that until I got this email from IFSC being like, yo, you want to come join us? And then it clicked in my head of like, oh my God, I just like achieved my life goal in my career of setting. So that should give some context of how fucking like proud of myself I felt. Like it was, yeah, it still is surreal. Like, yeah, sorry, I'm struggling to find words for it.
It's even more powerful.
Yeah. Yeah, the funniest thing, it was like a cold call email too. It was like it was out of the blue.
Ooh.
Like I got the email because like they were in Europe. I got the email.
Perfect timing.
That was the reset.
To reset
timeout,
that.
which we already did, so.
Sick.
Yeah, so I got the email from IFSC in like the middle of the night. Woke up to the email, and I was like, "Is this like spam? Like is like no, it's like official ifsc.com email."
Cool.
And then like went into my setting shift that morning and was like, "Hey guys, I just got this email and it looks like it's real." And yeah, I was on cloud 9 for the day.
I bet. How does it come about? Like, so how do they find you? Like, how does that email come into your computer?
So as far as I understand, it might be different now because the setting, like selecting, I know things have changed on paper recently, but I don't know the details. But basically, each continent or each federation, so like the Australian Climbing Federation, will put forward people's names of their best setters. So they'll be like, I won't say names, but they'll be like myself and X and X. And the IFSC want to, how do I word that? They want representation from setters from all over the world. So for a World Cup, they would like to have someone from Australia, from South America, from North America, from Asia, Europe, etc. They're mostly Europeans that do them because they are just the best at their jobs. But I was the diversity hire for that. Is what I like to think of.
Get the Aussie.
Ended up being an amazing experience. But yeah, so basically, Australia, well, the Australian Federation put my name forward, like put my name in the hat basically, and IFSC pulled my name out of the hat and said,
"This guy,
Mr. Juncker, send me an email." I replied within 30 seconds being like, "Oh my God, yes." And yeah, like the experience itself was still, I think, the hardest thing I've ever done in terms of workload. It was 11 days of work and 3 days of competition, I think. It's maybe less. Maybe it was like 8 days of setting and then 3 days of comp. And those days were 7 a.m. till 10 p.m.
What are you doing in that time? Like, that's
a lot of work?
Yeah. So that's what I don't know the process of. Like, once you get that email in your head, you're like, I've got this concept, and then like you're trying to execute for 8 days, or what's happening? Like
I could get the data. It might take a while to find though, so it might take up too much of our time.
Yeah.
But basically, because I was setting for para, there is a lot of categories. So, oh my goodness, I think there's 12 categories and male and female.
Yeah.
So like 24 categories that you have to set for. A lot of the categories. Am I saying the right word there?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of there's a lot of crossover. So you're not setting
All
50
the different
routes.
routes,
You're
yeah.
setting 15 routes, and
Yeah.
everyone climbs them. Like, so it's like, oh, these people will climb similar grade.
Yep.
They'll be on this route. But why I love parasetting, I'm just a huge advocate for like disability, like I don't know how to word that, like caring for disabled people. That sounds even weirder.
I for some reason, it was just one of the things that I really never watched. And then I had Angus Taylor on. And he's lower amputee of leg. And just the way that he spoke about it and
So what specific? So
I think he's AL2.
AL2? So that's like half of the limb.
He's knee down.
Knee down.
From memory.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, Angus, if I fucked that up. But yeah.
Sorry, Angus.
We went
love
through
you.
it. Yeah. AL1, AL2, we went through it. But just the way you're speaking about it and just like how inspiring it is for him to see people get up those routes and the way that they do and the fashion that they do.
Yeah, and
it's so inspiring to watch again. And it's just like, oh, why was I not watching this? Like I watched climbing and I want to be a part of climbing because it's like climbing inspires me. And like such deep inspiration comes from paraclimbing. It's insane to watch. And
like to feed into that, I say to myself like, oh, I'd do it all again for free, but I probably wouldn't. But like the joy that I got out of watching the various kinds of disabled athletes climb the routes that we specifically set for them. Like setting a route for someone in AU2 is different from setting a route for someone who's fully blind.
Totally.
Obviously. So
that makes sense.
So like we'll set this route with pretending we don't have a left leg or whatever. So that really changes how you set, obviously, because you normally have a foot sequence of left, right, but now it's right.
Yeah.
So like you have to compensate with like more jugs, bigger feet. Like it really depends on the category you're setting for. But the point being, setting those routes and then watching the athletes climb them and it actually like work and like watching how fucking stoked they are that they top their route or they got to the point where they're happy or whatever is like the most heartwarming shit I've ever experienced. And yeah, it makes me really want to do it again just to see like the joy in these athletes' faces. Like, I really wish paraclimbing was more popular.
Yep.
It's getting there.
Yeah, for sure. It just needs to be in people's, like it's also not broadcast in the same way and everything like that as well. So it's just like once that comes, it gets easier.
Yeah.
But I think when Brisbane Olympics come here and like I'm going to be there for the whole 6 days of the event or however long they're going to run it, watch it all, be there with my own eyes.
Oh,
and
it'll
watch
be
it all.
worth it.
It's going to be sick.
Like even like the different teams, like a great example is the Japanese para team was huge. They had more competitors than any other nation. And like when one of their climbers was on the wall, the other 19 were all like, "Gamba, gamba, gamba!" Like they were just going off their head. Like they were so excited for each other. Sick. But then when like a Spanish guy would come up, they would be like, "Gamba, gamba, gamba!"
Still loving it.
Like they're so enthusiastic and happy. Like like everyone at that event was so fucking nice. And I mean, I guess that's climbers in general. Mostly, if you're traveling around the world to go to a climbing event, you're probably a good person.
Yeah, you have some psych.
Yeah, you've probably got some psych. So yeah, like really inspiring like environment to be in, and you just can't help but smile.
Yeah,
and like watching. I got a really good memory of watching one of the fully blind climbers get to the like second last hold. And he had to do like a dead point, and he's blind.
Scary.
And he fucking sticks it, and the crowd just goes nuts. And you just, it's just such a cool thing to witness, like to watch someone who, is disabled in whatever fashion, fucking nail their routes, but only just get there. like that also makes me like happy as a route setter.
Yeah,
'cause
that's good setting.
That's
Yeah.
what you want. That's
Totally.
that's the goal.
Split the field.
And we not to gloat, but like we did an all round really good job. We got great splits, which it isn't very common. It's quite hard. It's quite hard to get splits.
Yeah.
But yeah, that event was just mind blowing. Like I learned so much, met so many cool people. Like got to set at Kletterzentrum in Innsbruck, which is probably still the best gym in the world.
Yeah.
Like you walk into their hold stock room and it's the size of a block of land.
Crazy.
They have like every brand of hold, everything you'll ever need.
Right.
So you have like infinite toys to play with to set like whatever you want. It's not quite as, infinite toys like that. But the point being, it was amazing.
Totally.
Incredibly
cool,
hard
man.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to go back into that, the hard work, like what is it that you are doing? Like you have to set then X amount of routes, but what does the day look like? You're like just constantly testing and putting up different holds for different sequences, but then I guess, taking them back down specifically because you have to hide the routes a little bit.
Yep. So I can't remember exactly what order things were in, but typically it was like you'd set finals first. So you'll spend say a day setting the finals route for AU2 or whatever. Good example is like the legs one. So you'll set a route knowing that these people won't have a left foot or a left leg or whatever. Make sure that the route is exactly fair to climb for someone that doesn't have a right leg because they're not separated in like that.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So there's a lot of testing. So a day of setting doesn't take that long. Like half a day of like actually setting the route, but then you test it, realize that's unfair because this favors the right side more for this sequence.
Yep.
So you come down, or you change it, come down, retest it with twice. So left leg, right leg. Oh, it still doesn't work over here. So it's probably like 20% setting, 80% testing.
Yeah.
Like I've got some photos on my phone, like way back, of like my hands and wrists being like raw with like no skin on my wrists. Because the other thing was like testing routes where you're trying to not use your hand. So we would like tape the shit out of our forearms and like try to wrap holds and like climb the entire route, like wrapping holds. Really fucking painful. So yeah, doing that, like that's what I mean by hard work. Like we were doing a lot of that. But like we're all so psyched. We're all so happy to be there. Like we're all like in pain and like tired and we just want to go to bed and
kind of put you in their shoes a little bit as well, like their perspective of climbing.
Yeah, definitely.
It's another layer of difficulty and their housing.
It definitely makes me like, I don't know if appreciate is the right word, but like empathize with how they climb and like how they live their life. Like I had a relatively minor finger injury a couple of years ago. Well, it wasn't minor, but it was bad enough I couldn't climb for a while. And that was just one finger. Like losing your entire hand, whatever the context might be, like I can't fully empathize with what that would feel like. But now that I've tested a bunch of routes with one hand, I sort of see how it is.
Yeah. I mean, it's so crazy. Like it's just the psych for climbing goes so deep where it's just like I'm just gonna keep on doing it.
Yeah.
You know, you lose sight. I'm just gonna keep on doing it. That's so special.
Oh, I should. I've got a great photo.
Yeah, sick. If with all the photos as well, send them through. I'll put them up. Oh, nice. Yeah,
so
sick.
that was the team I was
So it was a
with.
team of 4 doing it?
Yep, this was my team, the para lead team. Well, there's no bowler, so the para team.
Yep.
And another
Sick,
amazing
man.
thing was meeting people I'd never met. They're all from different nationalities. So we had French, Norwegian, Spanish. I hope I got that right.
They might not be listening. It's okay.
Look, I'll probably end up sending it to them because I still keep in contact.
That's
but yeah,
cool.
like
maybe they will listen.
like this these are like lifetime friends now.
Cool.
We're
man.
only worked together for a couple of weeks, but like, I can't wait to either I go to Europe and hang out with them again, or they come here. Like, like we're all on the same wavelength of psych.
Yep.
Like we're all exhausted.
Everyone
but-
looks pretty psyched there.
Yeah, so this was like after the event.
Tired, wrecked.
Like I think that was after the podiums had.
Yeah.
Like after the podiums.
Yeah. Crazy, man. That's so sick.
Yeah.
What an experience.
It was so cool.
Yeah.
Like I've got some more cool paraphernalia.
Cool. Paraphernalia. That photo up there is another photo that came up on the internet. It's Simon Carter. Yeah. Oh, nice.
So this was the like name tag badge that I have to hang around my neck for like the whole event, so you can go into restricted areas and such.
Yeah.
And yeah, on the like plastic part, that's the people in this photo wrote those notes.
That's the Spanish.
Yep. It's a bit faded now.
Yeah, sick, man.
And apparently, this is what I was told. So this hold is from one of the finals routes. I was told by all these guys that it's tradition that for your first World Cup, you take home one of the footers from one of your routes as like a memento or a trophy.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yep. Memorabilia.
Yeah.
Cool.
So apparently, yeah, every setter's first World Cup, you bring home a hold and you keep it, and that's like, yeah, it's like you did the thing. So yeah, I made this little frame up, and
That's banging. That's
I was
so sick.
so sleep deprived when I had to take that photo. They told me like 12 hours before the event that we need a portrait photo of you, and I'd just like flown for like 38 hours from Australia to Zurich for whatever. So I was like taking a selfie on my phone, like.
Wow.
So yeah, awesome experience.
Totally.
Just
Oh, man.
so fun.
That's so cool to see. There's so much work that goes into all that. You know.
Yeah, like it wasn't just the setters that were like busting their asses. Like everyone on the team was working very hard. Like the camera techs, it was like any job you can think of, everyone's busting their ass. Like, because the gym has to shut. Well, the gym half shut for the event. The event's like multiple days long. I don't know how the money side of it works, but they obviously hire the venue to host the event.
Yeah.
Yeah, so everyone's hustling.
Crazy. Cool.
Yeah.
Is there
very cool.
dreams for the call up again, or like how does that look? Are you still setting consistently, or you're more in the world of gym building and everything now?
Yeah. So my climbing trajectory changed after I had this injury a couple of years ago, where I won't go into detail, but I lost a fingertip in an accident, in a workplace accident.
Yep.
And losing a fingertip, it's like healed. It's okay now, but as a professional setter, losing a fingertip is arguably one of the worst things, because I mean, it's just a very bad injury as a setter.
Yeah, and a climber.
Yeah, just as a climber in general. So I was kind of forced to soft retire for a while, because I didn't really have a choice. I've been getting back into it in the last 12 months, but in terms of doing another World Cup, I am still on the fence about that.
Yep.
I might, but I'm pretty happy with my one and done experience. Like, it was incredibly hard work. It was obviously very fun, but I'm content with it. And this also ties back into that old resume I had, where it's like my life goal is to set at a World Cup. It's like I kind of ticked my very long-term goal.
Nice note on the end for sure. Dude, wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's so cool. Let's now, I guess, move into, like, we've done your work and everything like that, but I think your climbing specifically is a journey as well. Like, not only have you been working in the community and in the scene, you've also been partaking.
I partake occasionally. This is true.
Yeah. It's a gateway drug, the climbing.
Yeah. Where do I start with that? Well, I guess it started at Cliffhanger, when I was a kid. First, started with trad because that's what my older friends taught me. I then very quickly found bouldering, and I was like, "Oh, this is cool. I like bouldering now." Got quite good quite fast because of my just genetics, to be honest. I was a very skinny, scrawny kid, so I weighed fuck all. So pulling on small holds was a lot easier for me than most people.
Yep.
Still kind of is, just because I'm a skinny guy. But anyway,
I digress.
Yeah. So I really don't want to sound arrogant, but like I got good fast because I was autistically obsessed with climbing, and I had the time because I was a kid.
Yep.
You have a lot more spare time when you're young. Got really into bouldering. I was also setting throughout this whole period, and setting taught me technique, which everyone at home that's listening, climbing technique should be your number one priority over, this is obviously my opinion, but learning how to climb well is better than climbing something strong, as an example. And for me, route setting taught me that, because just in order to set a good route, you need to understand what a good route is and what makes something technical. That's such an abstract question. Like, it could be so many things, but setting taught me that. So when I got really into sport climbing eventually, my progress was pretty quick because I was setting routes multiple days a week, in the gym. And I don't know. Sorry, where was I going with that?
Just how much it helps your technique.
Setting helping my technique. That's kind of boring though. Like the stuff that I've done though with climbing. I got really into sport climbing around 2017, 2018. Got addicted to spurt and taipan for a couple of years before COVID hit, and then the world changed. The climbing world changed in Victoria as well. Yep. Which we won't get into that. But I am very grateful that I've spent a lot of time in the Gramps, a lot of time at Araps as well. But I would call the Gramps my home more than anywhere else. I just love the rural aspect of it. Like, you go to the Pines and there's minimum 100 people at all times. You go to Van Diemen's Land in the Gramps and you're lucky if there's another party there, kind of thing. Like that solidarity. Like you have out in the bush, and also like the beautiful orange sandstone. I just love it. So nice. Like the style in the Grampians. I love it. The Grampians will forever be my favorite place to climb. I've done some incredible routes on taipan. Spurt wall is probably my favorite wall. Well, spurt and taipan are kind of the same in my mind. There's so many crates to list.
Totally. What's been like the standout route for yourself, or standout not even necessarily route, but I guess climbing memory of like the actual climbing? Because obviously this right here, the IFSC is a pretty big memory that's a standout, but like in terms of your climbing journey, what was one for yourself?
It's a very good question. Well, to answer the question of my favorite route, I would say it is Venom on Taipan Wall. As to why it's the best route in my mind, it's just got everything. It's not that long. It's got a really cool crux, like a cool traverse. It's got like a campus move. You got like a little rest at the top, but then you have to do this little V4 to get to the chains. It's just, and it's on Taipan Wall, so like it looks like a postcard. It's just an amazing pitch. I try not to think of my favorite routes as the hardest routes, which is kind of an easy thing to fall into. Probably Slink and Leopard is another one, which is at Henry Bolte Gully in Arapiles.
Mhm.
Is that right? Sinking Leopard? Yeah, that's all right. That one I love because it's very technical. It's very thin, like crimpy, but it's significantly harder if you don't have good footwork.
Yeah.
And I love that about routes.
Nice.
Like, if you can muscle your way through something like that, that's cool. Like, there's no disrespect to anyone that, is just really strong. But a route that really favors technique over anything else, like, that's my jam.
Totally.
And for me, Slinkin is one of those few routes.
Does that mean do you draw to slab more because of the movement in the technique, or not necessarily?
Not necessarily. I do really like slab. There's just not that much around. Like, there is a bit, but like, my favorite style would be the classic slightly overhung, crimpy spurt wall style or tight end style, like big scoops. Like, Grampian style would be big moves, big holds, or small holds, big moves.
Yeah.
Actually, going back to like one of those core memories was one of the best days on rock I've ever had was the first time climbing with my good friend Zali on Serpentine. And I didn't know it at the time, but apparently the ethic is you wrap in from the top to pre-place the gear. I went ground up with the gear, which apparently was ballsy, which I was like, I'm just going to climb it. It took fucking forever to get to the top because it's a very long pitch.
Yep.
But that day, like, climbing, like, Serp is like, everyone knows Serp.
Yeah.
And it is better than everyone thinks it is as well. Like, the hype around it isn't enough.
It's crazy. It's come up so much on the podcast, like, because it's like, I think it's at that grade where it's like, it's not like completely unattainable for a lot of people. Like, it's not in like the low 30s, which is incredibly hard. I'm not saying that 29 is not incredibly hard, but for me, like, that's pretty much my dream climb, to get to 8A, to get to Serp, and to do it as well. Like, it's at that perfect amount where it's just like, if I dedicate, I would love to be able to even just like try it out. And I think Kyle Meredith said it's I don't know, but I think he labeled it as one of the best 8As in the world, which I don't know how many 8As around the world I've touched.
Someone else said that. Who said that? Alex Honnold said that.
That's pretty reputable.
So yeah,
that's pretty reputable.
Alex Honnold, when he was in Australia,
a
few years ago, maybe a decade by now, he also said that he had not fallen on anything lower than 8A for like a decade until he came to the Grampians. So our grade 29 is apparently way harder than the rest of the world.
Yeah, not what I want to hear.
But going back to Serp, one of the magical things about it is... Sorry, just waiting for the woofers to stop woofing. One of the magical things about Serpentine is, yes, it is grade 29/8A, but there are no moves on that climb that are of that grade.
Interesting.
So it's debatable, but if you can comfortably climb 26, Grampian style 26, so like big moves, like bouldery type shit, you'll probably get to the top. Assuming the fear aspect doesn't come into play, because there's some
big
run outs. But by the time you're at the chains and you look down, you're like, oh my god, am I clipped in properly? Like it's very tall, it's very long. So like I've spoken about this heaps with friends, and a lot of us seem to agree that the second half of the second pitch is the world's best 25. Because it's legitimately like there's no moves harder than 25 on it, but you've been climbing for 20 meters already, and there's still 25 is not easy. You still have to fucking pull in. There's some big moves and some small holds. So yeah, the moves themselves aren't that hard. That's definitely an opinion. Like hard is subjective is
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say.
Someone climbing 16 will be like, this
Yeah,
is pretty fucking
yeah.
hard.
Yeah, that's
But
what I mean. Like, it's very subjective.
No, I know what you're saying
yeah.
though.
But
Yeah.
like
It's not cruxy. It's
yeah,
not
like Serpentine compared to another 20 like Tyranny.
Mm.
Like if you can't boulder V8, you're not getting 2 bolts into Tyranny.
Right.
But if you can climb 26 and you have relatively good endurance, you'll probably get to the top of Serp.
Mm.
There's a lot of variables at play there, obviously.
Yep.
But yeah, Serp is actually a pretty good introduction to it's not big walling because we don't really have that, but a good introduction to what it takes to climb that grade.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It fills me with so much
Yeah.
excitement, that climb.
Like there are 2 cruxes on it,
Mm.
but the cruxes aren't like the first crux I think goes at V4, second crux same, it's like a V4 ish, which relatively speaking, if you're going to get on a 29, you can probably climb a V4.
Yeah.
And then there's just a lot of moves in between.
Mm.
There's a lot of moves.
Yeah, heaps of dancing.
Heaps of dancing.
Heaps
and
of dancing.
Boy, it's choreographed well.
Yeah, nature got it well.
And
The best route setup.
oh man, I forgot about this. I hadn't taken a whip on a cam for years until that day with Zali on Serp, where I got to the first half. So there's like 1.5. You do this big traverse on this huge crack, and then there's a good rest. I plugged in a big cam and then just fucked up and fell. And as I was falling, I was like, oh my God, I haven't fallen on a cam for so long. Am I about to die? Obviously didn't, and it was fine.
It's stuck.
But that's also a cool memory.
Yeah. The feeling and to be able to think whilst falling as well. That seems like a whip.
Because when you climb 30 meters and with rope stretch and all that jazz, like a fall, you fall.
Mm-hmm.
You fall a good distance.
Yeah.
Which is also part of the fun.
Totally.
Like, yeah, it's also, in my opinion, it's really good training for learning to deal with fear, which I know a lot of people struggle with.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely does not work for everyone. Like, falling exposure therapy isn't a blanket fix for everyone. So that's not my point. For me, it worked, and I know for others it has worked.
Yeah.
There's a lot more science out now about dealing with fear, but it's very complex and it's very dependent on your personality, and there's so many variables with that. Yeah. We haven't spoken about fear stuff.
We haven't spoken about fear stuff. If you want to get into that, there's
if you have other things to go into.
I don't know, like there's 2 offshoots, like the one, and it's maybe just piques my own interest because I'm in that at the moment. Like fear is ever present and dealing with your emotions is ever present, but I'm in the process of projecting, and one of your topics was projecting, and that one like really sparked my interest, which I would love to get into, unless like you really want to get into fear and controlling emotions.
It's all intertwined.
It's all totally.
Yeah, so it's the same subject in my mind.
I love it because that's what I mean the projecting process, I guess.
Yep. So you have an active proj.
I have an active proj at the moment. At Cathedrals in the Balcony, Tahitian Thrust.
Hey.
Yeah.
Great route.
Yeah.
Great route.
Enjoying it so much. I've been on it twice and hoping to go out sometime later this month, I think, to jump back on it. Pieced a lot, haven't pieced the top together, just haven't got there yet. I've like stick my way up and everything like that. But I guess like you having projecting as a topic of like, I guess it's everything about it, but I would love to be able to be more efficient with it and not just dilly-dallying and smooth out the process of what the things to do actually are first. Like what's the order of magnitude in terms of projecting, and not just throwing myself at the rock constantly being like, okay, that move. Okay, cool. I got past that part. Now that part, like I was listening to a podcast and they were speaking about Dave Graham's process, and he's like,
I love that guy.
Totally. And he's like, he'll work up to the crux, and they're not like relative. Say he's on like a 14 or something like that. Maybe they're like V9 moves, but he will try every single move, multiple different rays. So then the actual burn go is the most efficient. And I'm like, do I need to do that with the start of a route? Like bolt to bolt, like really fine? If it feels like easy climbing, am I just going bolt? This is the question for you, I guess. Like, what's the starting process of a project?
Well, that is a complicated answer because everyone's process will be different. But to like describe my own, just because that's going to be the easiest way for me to get the words out of my mouth.
Yeah, and people relate it the most, so it's going to be the best.
So, hold on, give me a second to gather my thoughts on how to go through that.
Projecting the thoughts right now.
I'm projecting my thoughts. That'd be a great name for the pod.
Yeah.
Projecting my thoughts.
And we're changing it.
Well, I guess step one would be choosing a route. And I think realistically, probably, well, I think it's best done internally, or unless you have a really good climbing partner who knows you better than you do. Knowing if that project is the right project for you. Like, is it too far out of reach, or is it like, it depends if you consider something a project, like if it takes you 3 tries, you know, or is a project 20 tries? It's depend on what your opinion on that is. But yeah, say you've got your route in mind, and you've gone up it. You can't do a field of moves because it's at your limit, or it's 1 grade above your limit, or whatever it is. Sorry, yeah, this is hard to think about. Like I know it, but it's like, how do I say it?
Yeah, you got to put yourself back in it.
Yeah, so I would. Well, I mean, the first tick would be every move, getting every move on a climb, which sometimes takes a long time. Like my longest projects and my first 8A took me like 4 weekends, so 8 days before I stuck the Crocs move. So when you're truly projecting, patience is key. Patience is truly key. So knowing that you can do all of the moves, like for me, that's like a sigh of relief. It's like, all right, sweet. I know it can go. Now it's just piecing it together, draw to draw. All right, now I can go first draw to third draw, or I can go second draw to fourth draw, like, you know, creating links, which, you know, is pretty common knowledge these days, I think. Is it?
I hope so.
I hope so.
Yeah. Guys, make links.
Yeah, do links. Links are good.
Yeah, don't just go for burns.
Yeah, that's great advice, actually. Like, you will get, long term, you will get more out of your project making good quality links, not just links where you're so flamed you can't clip the draw. Good quality links will be better for you long term for your projects than just tying into the ground and going until you fall.
So I guess good quality is maybe hard for people to imagine. Like if you've gone up your day 3 or something like that on a route, and you have got the moves, and you're like, oh yeah, okay, I've got the moves, it doesn't feel too bad. Like then come back down to the bottom. Are you just going for like a 50-50 link with a little bit of an overlap? Are you trying to then like be like, well, maybe I'll put it in 3s with overlap or something like this as well?
It really depends on the route. Like,
yeah,
I can't answer that question because every route's different.
Yeah, that's true.
You can climb a 29 that's 8 meters long.
And it's got 10 rests in it as well. Yeah,
or you can climb Serpentine, which is like 45 meters of climbing. So your approach to the entire thing is going to be different. But to describe like what I would be doing if I was going for a red point. So I've worked out all the moves. I know I can get good links. I know where the rests are. Like figuring out the rests is a big thing too. You need to know, like, not all routes have rests, unfortunately. Yeah. That's just geology, I guess.
Yeah.
But micro rests exist. Learning how to rest whilst you're still engaging with the climb. So to explain that a bit better, like I will occasionally, like if I'm deep in the red point and I'm actively really trying to send something, like the time it takes for me, actually this sounds like a flex, but like when I clip, I don't look. As I've been doing it long enough, I just grab the rope and like clip.
Mm-hmm.
The time it takes for me to do that, I'm looking at the holds above me. I'm thinking about what's my left foot doing next, what's my right foot, and then I clip, and then I'll like 2 shakes, swap hands, 2 shakes, or whatever. Like those micro rests where they're like literally 1 second, that can make or break a project when it's truly at your limit.
Yeah.
Like that's very hard to achieve, and like it's not possible for everyone, but like give it a shot. So yeah, figuring out like micro rests is a massive thing. Learning how to relax on the wall. Oh my God, that's probably the biggest thing. So I'll go back to the start where I'm projecting a route. I'll use tyranny as an example because this was my first real like fight. When I climb, I will tell my belay partner, like, don't speak to me when I'm on the wall. I don't want verbal encouragement because that will take me out of my bubble. Which is a whole other thing, which I should probably describe first. So for me, I call it the bubble, which is basically getting into a headspace of, hello Ripley. So the bubble for me is getting into a headspace where no distractions around me will distract me. So I will tie my knot, make sure it's good. Got the drawers on me. Well, you probably don't have drawers because you're projecting, but you're ready to go. I'll often sit at the base, close my eyes, and it's technically meditation, and like meditate for like 2 minutes. I specifically do box breathing because I know that works for me. Doesn't work for everyone, but for me it works pretty well. So I'll box breathe for minimum 2 minutes, which like lowers my heart rate dramatically.
And people listening could be like a 4-second inhale, 4-second hold, 4-second exhale, 4-second hold. So you're creating a box vision, a box sort of thing.
Should have said that.
Okay.
Explain that.
I think a lot of people probably.
I think
know that,
I
don't know.
Yeah.
If you don't know links or box breathing, just tune out.
So, but whilst I'm box breathing, like I'm lowering my heart rate, I'm chilling, I'm like physically like letting my hands and forearms just like relax. For me, I close my eyes because it helps me concentrate on all of the above. But I'm also climbing the route in my head because I think it's also incredibly important to be able to visualize your project, like climbing it in your head. If like that makes sense, right?
Totally.
Like and like being able to go left hand, right hand, left hand. Bump,
I do it when my head hits the pillow after a day out, and you just like you can't sleep because you're just in the moves again. But
like doing that process, so sitting down, relaxing, box breathing, closing my eyes, I will not leave that bubble until I've climbed the route in my head. Like if I climb the route in my head and then I'm like, fuck, what do I do with the 6th draw? Like that will like break the immersion, and then I will like forfeit the attempt and figure that out. I'll like, okay, I'm not going to red point anymore. I'm going to dog up to the 6th draw because I need to know what I'm doing with my right foot because I've changed beta 5 times already, and I need to remember which one's which. That sounds like it was a really complicated thing I just said. Hopefully that made sense. But let's assume I do know all the beta. So box breathing, climbing the route in my head. When I know I'm ready, I'll be like, cool, double check with your belay partner because you always need to double check with your belay partner that they're ready. Your knot is good. Like, be safe, everyone.
100%.
Be safe.
I think we've all seen shit.
We've all seen some shit, and anyway. So once I have finished that meditative process of double checking my partner, then I'll just start climbing. And that is where, for me, flow state truly is. Like the day I climbed Tyranny, I don't really remember. Like,
how good's that?
I just like someone filmed me. I didn't even ask them. Like, they were just in the background filming me. So I have that footage as evidence. But the actual climb, like, well, I'd done it so many times, so like the muscle memory was fully kicked in. But yeah, I think that's what flow state is. When you're truly out of your mind, out of your body.
I think you're out of your mind. I
Out
think
of your-
it's like
you're out
I
of
think
your
it's like pure out of your mind. I think there's like a pure presence to it. Like whether you're even in your body, you're just in the moment. If that's in your body, I'm not too sure, but it's so in the moment.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my red pointing process. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What else can I add to that? I guess fear as well. Like, I don't think you'll truly be in a flow state if you're thinking about anything related to fear. Fear is a huge topic in itself, and there can be many different kinds of fears. Fear of falling is obviously probably the most common one.
Yep.
But like tyranny, as an example, like there's the second clip. If you drop the clipping, you'll hit the ground. So, that's just bad bolting. I'm sorry, Martin. I think Martin bolted that back in the day. So there's other aspects to take in whilst you're projecting. Sorry, I think that didn't make sense there. But yeah, I guess minimizing how do I word that?
Almost minimizing noise in a way.
Yeah, or minimizing any variables. Like every clipping position you should know off by heart. Like you know where you can't fall. Like example, like a dangerous clip or something. You know where you hit a hold, and you know you have that 1 second to shake your left hand a couple of times and then continue on.
Don't dilly-dally.
Another thing I've been telling people for years, which was told to me, I didn't make this up, is a thing called the tale of two shakes, which is where you're red pointing or you're climbing. You get to a hold, shit hold, good hold, whatever, you're flamed. Tale of two shakes is you hit the hold, 1, 2, 1, 2, keep going. So you're shaking both hands twice each and then carry on. Because it's a very, very easy trap to fall into where you hit a mini jug and you're like, I'm so tired, I'm going to shake 20 times, but you're losing energy.
You're not recovering.
And you're literally not recovering, which then could ruin the burn or make you not top out. So a tale of two shakes is something that I incorporate into almost everything.
Nice. Where'd that come from? Tale of two shakes?
A friend told it to me 10 years ago.
Sink it in there.
He was French. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. maybe it's a French thing.
Maybe.
I've got no idea. But he taught me that, and it works. It fucking works.
Cool.
It's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much more on this list, so maybe we can get stuck into that another time as well. But we sort of run into an end of the window that we have. Puppy is here. Oakley is here. If you haven't seen Oakley, he's a sweet boy.
I'm sorry about that. It has been chaotic. This is actually a great example of how hard it is to manage our time at the moment.
Yeah.
But maybe we should do a part 2.
Yeah, I'd love to.
That'd be
There's
great,
still so much here to touch on.
Yeah, and I am loving going down these memory holes.
It's fun.
I'm
Man, it's
euphoric
so fun.
at the moment talking about this. It's great.
Cool. Keep the euphoria. Pass it on to the people, and we will uptake part 2 sometime in the future. But it's been great. It was always so fun chatting.
Yeah.
And thank you again for allowing me into the house.
No worries.
Love it.
Hope you've enjoyed the slightly esoteric view.
Absolutely. I love it. Awesome. Thank you guys. And we'll catch you at part 2. Thank you, Sam.
Adios.
Adios.
Peace.
Basically, rock climbing